Welcome back, everyone. I am Friar Tuck, and this is my epoch. I'm curious about something before I actually get started in today's video, which we're going to be talking about getting prepared either to bug out, homeless life, to be a nomad. They all are one and the same as far as preparations. It's just the way it is. Okay, but I have a question. Do you guys like my intro and outro that I created? Do you think, I want to know your opinion because I put some effort into it and I think it's good. Or do you guys just think it's beyond and it's really not worth it? But anyways, let's talk about how you can prepare, because right now you guys are all housed up. I'm out here, I'm on the road, I get to experience this day in, day out. I have become acclimated, climatized, and all that other stuff, whereas you guys, unless you have been doing some serious preparations or have experienced this on this level, you probably don't know exactly what to expect, and it's going to be kind of hard for you as an individual to be able to prepare for this. Okay, and so here are some basic things that you can do, some tips that will help you get an understanding. And sorry, guys, I'm in a coffee shop per usual, so excuse the background noise. But these are some tips, some ideas that will help you get prepared because the time is coming. If you should be doing the last little bit of your preparations, not beginning to get prepared, not doing all that stuff, because right now the time for preparation is gone. You had that time and it is gone. Right now you should just be tying up your loose ends, bracing for impact, and getting ready for it to go completely upside down. So, with that being said, what are some things that you can do? I think that hiking, especially doing something for a month or longer. So maybe take a vacation. Get paid to be out there. Stack your money. Do whatever it is that you can do. But make sure that, if you can go out and if you can camp, take a long trail, because you need to practice setting up camp, breaking down camp, leaving no trace. You also will be exposed to the elements, and your body will be given a chance to acclimate and to adjust to it so that you are prepared for it. Because here's what happens. Your body develops what a lot of people like to call muscle memory. And with muscle memory, you're not going to... when it comes time to deal with it, your body is already ready for it. Now, if you've done some extreme things to yourself, like I have, that muscle memory can actually be worse than if I would have actually been kinder to myself. But I wasn't kind to myself in my younger years, and even the last couple of years, I haven't really been that kind to myself. I've tried better, but because you're going to learn how to, what kind of wounds are you going to deal with? Not only what kind of wounds are you going to deal with, so now you've got your first aid kit on you. You're going to be bit by a lot of spiders out there. You're going to have to deal with tick checks. You need to get yourself into the routine of doing things like that. There is a certain process within the hiking, within doing hiking, that will help you improve your... There are things within the hiking, the hiking scenario that will help you be prepared. Because it's not like you can just sit there and go, okay, I lost my job, now time to go outside, or hey, everything else just fell apart, now time to go outside, or I need to get out of here because the cities are no longer habitable, or whatever it may be. Okay. You don't get that. It's not like you can go ahead and experience that scenario right now, because if you were experiencing that scenario, your body would be in complete shock. You would be miserable. You might even be sick a little bit, just because of the way that your body reacts to the shock that you go into, because you're going from a controlled environment to an uncontrolled environment, and your body has gotten so used to, over the last however many years old you are, gotten used to that. Okay, so other things that you need to really start getting used to. You need to get used to taking a shower at least every 3 days. So maybe, learn how to keep your smells down, how to do your hygiene and stuff like that. Now that you're housed up, you can kind of get a generalized idea so that you can plan and prepare, so that should you go take a hiking trip, that you have the ability to prepare for that. But see, this is something that hiking prepares you for. On the Florida Trail, I got a shower every 7 to 10 days. On the Alabama Road Walk, I didn't get a shower the whole time, except for when I started it and when I ended it, which was 9 days later, 10 days later. Okay. On the Pinhoti, about every 3 days, I got a shower. And those were free showers, showers that people were offering, with the exception of the Alabama Road Walk. I had to pay for those because one was a campground and the other one was a hostel at the beginning of the Pinhoti Trail. Okay. So these are some basic things that you should be prepared for. Also, you should be looking at try to live on as little as possible. Recycling, if you're a smoker, go raid your ashtray and get used to rolling cigarettes. If you there's all kinds of different things that you can try. But being out here, especially dealing with the weather, as the weather slowly changes, goes up and goes down, your body, the longer you're out here, the easier it is for your body to adjust to it. Okay, you get used to sweating and not being able to take a shower. You get used to, like, look at this. I mean, look at my hair here. I mean, I got hat head, and that's from sleeping, and I haven't had access to a haircut because haircuts are so damn expensive. $20 for a haircut. And if I want them to do my beard once it grows out again, that's another $10, $30 just to get a haircut. And my hair grows so fast, I need one once a month. Now, you can carry one of those things around with you, but then again, you have to look at weight. That's part of what hiking will do for you, is it will teach you about weight. Okay, you will learn that, okay, I don't want to carry all this stuff. Instead of going out on the streets or, bugging out or whatever it is that you may have to do in this scenario, you will have the opportunity to really figure out what it is that you need and what it is that you don't need. Compared to the most travelers that I come across, my bag is probably about 20 to 30% lighter because over the years I've learned all the things that I don't need them. Okay, you need your sleeping gear. Okay, do not work with anything that is inflatable. That has been my biggest mistake. It's nice, but then within a month or maybe two, something will happen. It will not retain the air. They have weight limits, things like that. And, when you come out here, you're going to start losing a lot of weight, but unless you are in good shape and you're under 220 pounds, which I think I am. I haven't been weighed lately. Being in a city, I kind of got a little bit fat and docile. That's so even getting on this trip here, I started the last couple of weeks, I walked 10 miles a day minimum. Here's another thing that you need to get prepared for. You should be walking around with something on your back to bring weight, 20, 30 pounds, something like that. Put it in a backpack, fill it with bricks, who cares? Okay, walk 10 miles on that. Okay, your legs need to get acclimated to it. Because here's what happened, and this happened to me on the Florida Trail a few times. You push yourself way too hard. What happens is once you get into camp, whether you're hydrated or not hydrated, your muscles are going to start cramping. Your muscles are going to start spasming. I would set my tent down. I would get in my tent and then realize I forgot something. And then because of how hard I pushed myself, I couldn't even get my legs out from under me. Every time I would go to stand up, it would be like pulling my hamstring, or it would be the front of my legs. My whole body just starts spasming and I start pulling muscles. So I have to lay there, and I either that or I have to crawl over there. And this was like when I first got on trail, this was way more common than now, because I've learned when like last night, Paranoid and I are trying to look for a good jump spot. Well, the Nashville here is very complicated and complex because their rail yard's like 3 miles long. They have like 4 different depots, and you really have to kind of know a little bit of what it is that you're doing. And so I walked 20 miles because I walked all the way out there to the end of the rail yard, realized, this may not be a good idea. Walked back into the town, found me another place where the rail splits, like the side out tracks. Because there's a split where if it goes into one will go into the railroad and the other one will go into the rail yard and the other one will go into the side track. Okay, so you will have to walk a minimum of 10 to 20 miles regardless of how you travel. If you are not used to walking, if you have an aversion to walking, that is something that will be harmful to you later on, because as we see, supply chain issues, conflict issues causing issues with the with the what do you call it, with oil, with fuel. So you may be thinking, oh, I'm going to go around with a car. Well, if you have no income, you have no insurance, the second you get pulled over, that car is gone. They're going to impound it. So why would you keep it? If you don't have any income whatsoever, that means government's broke down. You're not even getting Social Security, your retirements. The company that you may be getting a retirement from may have gone bankrupt, and so therefore you lost your retirement there because, the bondholders and the bondholders get their money before you do. And then you get your money, and then the employees get their money, okay? And so depending upon where you're at in the whole grand scheme of things, you may not have money. So that's why I keep saying a car may not be a good idea for what's coming, okay? So you have to be prepared to walk. You have to be prepared to deal with the with all the different elements out there, okay? So no shower, weird night's sleep. Also, stealth camping. This will give you a hint. So last night, I had to stealth camp because my legs were done. I couldn't do it. I found a bush. I hid in it. I made sure that I was that I was out of the way. Now, you'll see some footage here at the very, very end. Now, there's a lot more stuff that you can do that can help you be prepared. So I may touch on this subject a couple more times. However, these are some basics that you can do to get prepared to make your life a lot easier with what's coming down the pipe. Okay? So enjoy the extra footage. Thank you for watching. And I want to say one more thing before I switch over to the footage. So I was asked a question about lice. Okay, well, I've never dealt with lice. I'm actually a redhead. My hair turns blonde in the sun. I'm actually a strawberry blonde, but light hair people tend to have more issues with lice. Me, I've never had lice. My little sister used to have it all the time, but she was a blonde, and so for me, that's why you see so many people with their head shaved. And quite frankly, that's why I kind of stay in warmer weather. Now, there are shampoos out there. I do believe that the shower houses do provide, or part of their shampoo is stuff to be able to deal with the bugs and stuff that you get in there. But a lot of it has to do with how you take care of yourself and how you clean yourself. My little sister is a slob. She is a dirty person. So, yeah, she's going to attract those things. Just because you're out here doesn't mean you got to be a slob, does not mean that you got to be a dirty person. It means that it's going to take a little bit more effort, that there are going to be some things you have to deal with. But, so for the individual that asked me that question, that is the short answer. There's really, when it comes to dealing with stuff like that, there's really not much of a solution. So you need to do a tick check. You need to do you need to shave your head at least once or twice a year, at the beginning of summer, end of summer. My hair's so thick, it's like its own hat. That's why I let it grow out during the cold times. Now that I'm moving south and it's getting warm, I need a haircut. I'd love to shave my head right about now, but I'm not going to spend $20 on a damn haircut. Not worth it to me. I'd rather just find somebody along the way that has shears, pay him $5, shave my head myself, because it's a one size. It's not like there's anything special that goes into it. You just want to cut all your hair off. Okay. So, and then the other thing was that I was asked was donations. So this individual thought that donations were anonymous. Donations are anonymous. If you want to remain anonymous, I'm giving you as much anonymity as possible. Now, if I do know a back way, like an email or you're on my Patreon or whatever, I will say thank you, because the thing is, and this has a lot to do with the way the financial system is because of money laundering and all this other stuff. They need to have record. So I get to see who actually sends me money, and I appreciate it when you guys do that. I get to see it, but I don't tell anybody else about it. I will tell you, hey, I've reached my goal. Thank you very much for your help, and then that will be the next thing that goes on. However, with I hope that this answers any of your questions that you may have about your anonymity. So, again, I know that some creators, they'll do like an in shot for those that want to be recognized. If you don't mind that I recognize you and say thank you to you publicly, when you leave that tip in PayPal, not on CashApp. On PayPal, you can leave me a message, but sometimes you only have so many characters, so you can only send me so much. Okay, so however you guys like to do it, if you like to keep your anonymity and stuff like that, just let me know. I will say thank you if if I have a way to reach you through back ways, just because I want to show my appreciation, because you guys are at a time when everything is about to get tight. The fact that you have the ability to offer me a little bit of assistance means the world to me. Even if you're, it's not even about the money, because Paranoid, he's my navigator. Him and I have been working for the last 24 hours trying to find a jump spot. You know, those things like that, that is how you guys help me. You guys are my community. In some ways, you are my extended family, because you guys are vested in my survival in the same way that I am, for various reasons. Me, I want to just live, and you guys, you like being entertained, and you find the stuff that I bring here pretty valuable. Okay. So, with that being said, enjoy the extra footage. I know this is a longer than usual video, but I had some things that needed to be said. I will see you in the next episode. Enjoy the footage.
So trying to figure out my way down to the Hamilton location, but look at all this new construction I got here. Look at all that, all empty, all still fresh. Okay, so this has been happening all night. Yeah, sorry, my phone, my damn alarm went off and stopped my recording. But anyways, there's the bridge, here's me, here's a warehouse. I'm in a patch of trees. I can watch it from here, okay? There's been 4 each way. I haven't seen one stop. This one looks like it might be slowing down, but they really just, I mean, that's too fast to jump and run. But man, they've got, ooh, I like those. I can see those. Those got porches. Those are the ones like that I was originally looking for. Wow. Okay, so this is about to get much more interesting. Okay, remember that rail yard we see? This is a sideline. I'm just a couple of blocks past it. I walked back to see if it was even usable, or if it was even being used. Let's see. Warning, no trespassing. Oh, okay. But that's completely fenced in. But as you see, there we go. As you can see, there are plenty of grainers there. I mean, nothing but grainers. So I don't know if these are going north or if they're going south. I'm presuming that this all might be northbound.